Have you ever had your therapist cry and ask to switch places? I'd been seeing Dr. Patricia Winters for 6 months when she broke down during our session. I was mid-sentence, explaining how I'd managed my anxiety that week when she started sobbing. "I'm sorry," she gasped. "This is so unprofessional, but listening to you handle your problems while I can't even..." She trailed off, mascara running. "Dr. Winters, are you okay?" She laughed bitterly. "No, I'm not. My husband left me for my sister. My teenage daughter won't speak to me. I'm being sued for malpractice by a former patient. I haven't slept in weeks, and here you are, managing your anxiety with breathing exercises while my life is falling apart." It was surreal, watching my therapist unravel in her own office. "Do you want to talk about it?" I asked. "That's not how this works," she said, then paused. "Actually, could we switch just for today? I'll pay you for the session. You want to pay me to listen to your problems?" I know how it sounds, but I haven't been able to talk to anyone. My therapist dropped me as a patient because I kept psychoanalyzing her. My friends are tired of my drama. You're literally the only person who still listens to me. So we switched. She moved to the patient chair. I took her seat. For 45 minutes, she unloaded everything. The affair, the divorce, the daughter who blamed her for working too much, the patient who claimed she'd made their depression worse. "The worst part?" she said. "I became a therapist because my own therapist saved my life when I was 20. I wanted to do that for others, but I can't even save myself." I listened, occasionally asking the questions she'd taught me to ask myself. "What would you tell a patient in this situation?" "To practice self-compassion," she said automatically, then laughed. "God, I hate that advice. It's so much easier to give than follow." The timer went off. She looked embarrassed. "This never happened. I could lose my license. Our secret," I promised. But it happened again the next week, and the next. We'd start with my session for 15 minutes, then switch. She'd pay me for both portions. I was essentially earning money to be my therapist's therapist. After a month of this, she said, "You're better at this than me, and you don't even have training." "I learned from you," I pointed out. "All those techniques you taught me, I'm just reflecting them back." "That's the problem," she exclaimed. "I know all the techniques. I wrote papers on some of them, but knowing and doing are completely different things. You actually do them. I just teach them while my life burns down." It got weirder when she started referring other therapists to me. "My colleague is having a crisis. Can she call you?" Soon I had 5 therapists as unofficial clients. We'd meet in coffee shops or parks, never offices. They'd vent about their failing marriages, their troubled kids, their own mental health issues. "We can't see other therapists," one explained. "They either judge us for not having our shit together, or they treat us like colleagues instead of patients. But you're neutral. You're like a therapist without the baggage of being a therapist." I started charging them. Not much, but enough that I was making more from therapy than from my actual job. The irony was painful. I'd started seeing Dr. Winters for anxiety about being inadequate. Now I was counseling the counselors, apparently more qualified than the qualified. Dr. Winters eventually got back on her feet. Her divorce finalized. Her daughter started talking to her again. The malpractice suit was dismissed. Our sessions returned to normal mostly. Sometimes she'd still ask, "Can we switch for 5 minutes?" I'd always say yes. One day she told me, "You should get licensed. You're naturally gifted at this." "I can't. I barely graduated high school. You need advanced degrees to be a therapist. You need degrees to be a therapist officially. Unofficially, you just need to be someone people trust with their problems. And therapists trust you with problems they can't trust to other therapists." She helped me apply to schools, wrote recommendation letters. I'm now in my 2nd year of psychology undergrad, getting formal training for something I'd been doing informally. My professors don't know their teaching assistant is already running an underground therapy ring for burned-out therapists. Dr. Winters is thriving now. She remarried to another patient of mine, actually. Another therapist who'd been seeing me about his divorce. I officiated their wedding. The entire guest list was therapists I'd counseled. During the reception, Dr. Winters raised a toast to my former patient, current therapist, and forever friend, who taught me that sometimes the best therapy is admitting you need therapy, even if it's from your own patient. Half the room laughed knowingly. The other half looked confused. Those were the therapists who hadn't broken down yet, but they would. They all eventually ended up in my coffee shop office, crying about their problems to someone who'd learned everything he knew from them.